And welcome back, everybody. This is the TLS round of 8, and we are going into game number 2 of Michael versus TerrOr.
Yes, we are indeed. I like your announcing style, by the way, your confirmational announcing style. This is, like, in case you were wondering, is it? Yes, it is round of 8. Indeed, it is.
People have short memories, man. That was a long commercial break. That was like 90 whole seconds.
Well, it felt long to me. I don't know about you, but I can't remember who I am or what my name is anymore. All I know is I'm sat here looking at the screen, and there's some stuff about to happen. There's going to be some crazy stuff indeed. What more madness are we going to see, Mr. Sale?
I don't even know, Elegant, because we saw a 7-pool sunken rush in the first game, so I don't actually know how it can get crazier. Michael's cheese is actually so far beyond me, I can't comprehend anymore what's going to happen. He might even just start building units from other games. Like he just, goes for a mammoth tank rush or something. I'm like, what? The Cheese King?
That'd be awesome. That'd be pretty transcendental.
That is actually exactly what it would be, and I think it would be pretty amazing. But yeah, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Anyway, the next map is going to be Electric Circuit, and as I said in the last series, it's a pretty decent map statistics-wise for TerrOr. And although I'm fairly certain I watched TerrOr lose a TVZ on this map in the qualifiers, I can't remember for sure.
My memory is terrible to the extent that I don't know, but I'm happy to take your word for it.
Yeah, I think that probably happened, so
yeah,
we're just going to go with that.
Let's roll with it.
Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, and I'm wondering how Terror's feeling as well after that game. So, I mean, even though he won it, I would be a little bit shaken up.
He's going to be shaken, but I mean, what could be more unexpected than that? And he didn't scout any of it particularly early, so Michael was able to execute it largely as he would have wanted to. So while Terror's going to be a little bit shaken, thinking, well, I literally have no idea, I cannot predict what's going to come at me. He's going to have that thing in the corner of his mind saying, yeah, but I can deal with it. It is possible, and so there's going to be a weird kind of mixture of trepidation and confidence.
Indeed, I think you're probably right, and I'm eager to see what Michael pulls off in this game. So are you ready?
Absolutely.
Here we go. Alright, here we go. At the top left, as the orange Zerg, we do have Michael. And at the bottom left, as the teal Terran, we do have TerrOr. And no Tupocalypse.
Thank goodness indeed. because of the map tile set right there, I was confused for a second because teal doesn't really show up that well for me in the bottom left hand corner. So I was looking around, I was like, is there only one guy in here? What's happening? It's beyond the broken replay. One of them's just fallen.
No, he did the boxer strategy where he lifts his first command center and floats to another base just so the other guy can't find him. He's like, what's going on? There's nobody on the map!
Imagine that.
Oh man. Well, Boxer did that in an actual pro game, right?
I think so.
Yeah, no, I think he was against Yellow actually. Yeah, for anyone who doesn't has no idea what I'm talking about, I think there's probably a highlight reel on YouTube. But basically, there was one map a long time ago in Pro League where I think there was like a back expansion behind your main that was fairly close. Or something like that. So basically, Boxer just didn't even mine. He just lifted the command center as soon as the game started, floated to that base, and then sent his SCVs to mine. So when Yellow scouted all the mains, he just saw nobody on the map, and he's just freaking out, like, what's going on?
Maybe that's why. Oh my god, maybe that's actually why they make those weird little mineral patches on so many maps now, where there's an island base, so that you can't do that. Oh my god, I think I might have cracked it. That's amazing. I've always wondered what the hell was the point in those maddening little patches that you have to lift your probe over.
Yeah,
and it doesn't
well, yes, that definitely is so Terran can't get an advantage. But I think that would work even better in SC2 because you can actually load SCVs into a command center.
What?
So you can actually just put the SCVs in the CC and then lift them to an island. Whereas in Broodor, you just have to leave your SCVs behind.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I did not know that. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
More sale education.
Anyway, we do see just the 12 hatch this time, I believe. against a presumably... Well, I think it's still going to be a 1-rack expand, but since he's going to do a full wall here with 2 depots and a barracks, he could potentially do something crazy, although I doubt it.
I doubt it as well. You never know. He might try to out-cheese the cheeser, but either way, Michael's cheese is going to be a bit deferred until later on in the game. So we're going to have to wait to see exactly what he breaks out. I wouldn't imagine anything too wild going to be coming out from TerrOr, but we will see, of course. It looks like that ACV is going to be making ready to throw down command centers, so wouldn't be expecting anything too out of the ordinary. And yeah, it's just gonna trundle along fairly standard for a little while. But I'm kind of interested to see if either of these guys makes use of the mineral only. And right away, it looks like we do have a drone going to the mineral only. It might die to the SCV. Oh, the drone, living life, lively, full of life, thanks to the shield battery.
Well done, Elegant. Well done. I have no idea if that was actually correct, but I'll assume it was. And,
I started saying living life on the edge, and then I was just like, no, you know what? It just came to me. Living life, lively, full of life, thanks to shield battery. I just had to have it.
That was good. That was good. I mean, we don't have a Protoss today, so you have to at least make a shield battery reference just to you know, give us.
I love that building.
Taste.
Yeah.
Anyway, we did have the 1-rack expand, but immediately followed up by the gas. Now, normally what this would indicate would be a fast +1 attack for your bio, and we do see an academy going down. But in TerrOr's case, he does have a lot of really wacky mid games that he does. You know, from early speed vultures to Goliath fake mech'd into bio attacks. So this guy can really pull out all kinds of mid games.
See, I often have kind of a debate in my mind over this, because maybe you can help me settle it, but is Michael's hatchery off position?
Which one?
The third.
I was wondering that. I don't think it is. I think that's okay. Mineral onlys tend to often look weird in the like the town hall placement.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why. I think it's because a lot of times their mineral arrangement is also slightly weird.
Yeah.
I think that's okay.
That's not what I wanted settling, but that just occurred to me in the middle of my previous thought.
Alright, what do you want settling, Elegant?
Yeah, what I wanted settling, I often wonder, style-wise, whether it's easier for a player who is a kind of crazy player who does these mad out-there builds. Is it easier for them to adapt because they're kind of used to wacky situations? Or are their builds so specific that if they find themselves in a situation where they're having to wing it, they struggle to make up something new on the fly?
That is a good point. You know what? I think actually this is the perfect time to ask it, because I have a different answer for both these players. I think in Michael's case, he seems amazing at just reacting immediately to different situations. Like his Sunken Rush against Bakuryu in the round of 16 requires you to basically just like immediately say, okay, I'm just going to do this, react to the situation. So, according to Haram, it's a fairly rare situation when it happens, but it has happened before in pro games. But you have to have basically just say, I'm going to just commit to it straight away. So I think Michael seems to be quite good at that kind of thing. TerrOr, on the other hand, as I was saying, he does a lot of quirky mid-game builds, but I think they lose more often than they win, to be completely honest. And he doesn't. And even when the other players play normally, sometimes he'll just get thrown off a little bit and seem to kind of flounder around. I mean, we even saw in the round of 16, he went for that weird, fast Vulture opening and then kind of didn't actually do anything with them. By the way, I think we should kind of mention slightly what the Terran's doing. He has gone for a fast starboard here, but he is going back into bio, so it looks like, oh, it's going to be fast Valkyries into bio. It's going Valconic.
Valconic, that's one of these wacky builds we've been talking about. Only one Sunken Colony up so far, which is a little bit edgy, but there's not many Marines out, so that should be absolutely fine. A couple of Lynx just scouting around at the back. Gonna keep on top of what's going on.
Yep, and it looks like, well, Michael, oh man, Michael, though, went for 3-hatch Lurkers, so the Valconic... I clicked on this Hydralisk stand like 5 times and it didn't register in my brain that he wasn't going 3-hatch Muta. I just like assumed that he was while we were talking about all that other stuff, but he's actually gone 3-hatch Lurker into Hive. So this fast Valkyrie build is going to do absolutely nothing. It's going to be so bad. But he's not making a Valkyrie. Did he scan it? Oh, he's making a dropship. I think he scanned the
must
dead.
Have scanned it, yeah. He must have done.
Oh, okay. So at least he's not going to be completely dead.
Yeah, he's able to abort the build. I mean, he's aborted it at quite an advanced stage, but he is able to change his course nonetheless. So not a complete disaster.
Where are these drones going?
I don't know.
Well, there's no way he's gonna do another Manor Hatches. There, it doesn't even make sense anymore. Is he gonna like Sunken Lurker contain? You can't do that against Terra though. Oh, he's just gonna mine out the patches. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Right,
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So wait! He tricked the. Why did he? Oh, is he gonna take Terra's mineral?
Did you do that on purpose?
I think he did that. He must have done that on purpose.
TerrOr's going to see it though. TerrOr with the
see
perfect SCV timing. He's going to see the drone tricking through, and he's going to be able to deal with this. He's trying to hide the drone. Michael, you're persistent.
What? This is kind of crazy. I think he might just take it anyway. I think he's just going to take it anyway.
He can't.
Oh, he's gonna go scout. Oh, that would have been so cool if you just get scouted. Like, yep, don't care.
You might be able to get
in your base.
He might be able to get in and see the dropship, but it looks like the drone's actually going to get taken out before he gets that far, so I'm not going to see the dropship. Now the dropship is going to load up in peace, but the Overlord, presumably Michael is going to be on the ball enough to see it as the dropship flies past the Overlord right there. It's going to be a little bit edgy. Those lurks are going to be able to bust down the side disruptors right now anyway. The side disruptors, which burn down, by the way, guys, in a very exciting twist that we discovered during this TLS. You heard it here first. Don't tell that story anywhere. And the dropship is going to get spotted by 2 Overlords, but will Michael be with it enough to see it? Looks like he's not going to be able to pull drones as of yet, and he's probably going to lose a fair few of them. He still hasn't noticed the drones are going to start going down in a second. Now he's probably going to lose most of them. He loses 3 drones? No, only 2. It's actually kind of getting away with that.
His Hydrogen is here as well, though, so that's immediately going to get sniped. But he's too busy actually just taking down the the Terran's back door here. Even if he loses his space, Hydrogen is very, very cheap to make, and losing him there only isn't the biggest deal in the world. He's already expanded to the top right as well to get his 3rd gas. It looks like he's going to be able to clean himself with a few links and a lurker there. Meanwhile, he's got lurkers outside the Terran's base there, kind of keeping him contained, and is about to break down these side disruptors and give himself another access route. I don't know why Terra's not actually building a bunker or something back here. Okay, there we go. He's building a depot to kind of block it off for a little while, but he's gonna have to throw a couple more units back there. All his units right now are at the front, and there's still a Valkyrie out for no apparent purpose.
I don't know why that Valkyrie could possibly be out, because he knows exactly what's coming at him. I'm not sure. Maybe for fear of some kind of tech switch, but that would be very bizarre.
And there we go, the lurkers moving into the back. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused still. He can hunt down the occasional random Overlord, but other than that, I don't see it being too useful. But this lurker attack, though, going into the back is going to be very useful for Michael. A couple of Siege Knights getting a good position. There's nothing giving them vision here, though. Okay, it looks like he is building a turret at the top, but that can easily be taken down. He should probably, like, well, he's going to scan there as well, and might get one more lurker. Yep, doing a good target firing there with the siege tanks on the middle lurkers. It looks like Michael's actually just going to pull back here a little bit.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I mean, there's no way he could possibly get down that ramp. And Terra's been well on top of that for a little while now. It's good that he's able to grab control of the mineral only, but Terra looking good with that. The dropship's still making itself a little bit inconvenient in the main. Oh, look at these defilers in the main next to the hive. Oh, you missed it. They were just stacking on top of each other and just kind of wriggling around in between all those buildings. They were literally just on each other, wriggling about. It looked a bit dirty. Good thing you didn't see it.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. While I'm busy trying to catch dropships and Valkyries and whatnot, Elegant is watching defilers go at it in the Zerg's base. There you go.
Yeah, I've got all the special channels.
That's why Elegant watches Brood War. That's all he cares about.
Defiler on Defiler action. That's all I'm in it for, guys.
Oh,
the dropship at the top right hand corner, getting away from that rather dangerous area of debate. Dropship in the top right hand corner, dropping down a bunch of Marines. And he's probably going to be able to snipe out that hatchery. I'm not quite sure what he's waiting for there, but he should be able to run in and grab it. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of Valkyrie chasing going on, but the Scourge definitely going to get shut down. The Overlord, for some reason, throwing its lot in as well, but it looks like Michael's going to go in to stop the Dark Swarm. And this could be a really, really big deal, because the Dark Swarm, of course, makes this really, really hard to clean out. And while there's still units back defending Terra's mineral only, Michael really gets a nice opportunity. He's going to have to throw down another Dark Swarm, because he's going to be able to keep his lurkers safe as he moves forward, but he goes forward right. This is a choke point, and barring any major horrible mines, mine actually working a little bit in Michael's favour. This is going to be really very difficult for Terra to clean up. There's a whole bunch of lurkers, there's still more Dark Swarm, just managing to back one of those lurkers before the swarm takes effect properly. But the natural is done and dusted for the time being, and as long as all those links can keep streaming in, he can keep throwing down those Dark Swarms and keep those lurkers alive pretty much indefinitely right here. More and more links coming in. This is seriously bad right now for Terra. In that top right hand corner, we do have a few Marines hacking away at that hatchery, but it looks like there's going to be a lurker there ready and waiting to deal with them, although they may still be able to grab it yet, but no. Dropship goes down too, and there goes all of Terra's harassment capabilities with it as well. And while he's fighting for control of his natural expansion all the while, he's managed to just about throw down his mineral only, but it's going to be a while before that starts working, and no gas for him for the time being.
Yeah, this is really, really bad. I mean, Terra's army was just completely out of position in the back, and I hadn't actually realized this. We were talking about too many random things, but actually TerrOr hadn't pushed out at all this entire game, which is why it was so easy for Michael to just run up to his natural and start putting swarms down. I mean, this is the whole reason why, you know, when you open bio, you really need to start pushing the Zerg back with your first science vessel before he gets his defilers out, because otherwise this is exactly what happens. If defilers go up, if swarms go up in your natural, there's almost nothing you can do, and GG from TerrOr! Michael evens out the score.
Very, very nice play right there from Michael, looking dominant if you look at the minimap, especially by the end of it. His plan worked absolutely to a T. TerrOr seemed, you know, fairly on top of it throughout the game, but Michael was just able to keep inching his way ahead and was never really prevented from executing it in the way he wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, TerrOr seemed a bit passive there. I mean, I gotta say, he had that one dropship flying around, but it's just a single dropship. I mean, he was microing it a bit, but it seems like a bit of a waste. The rest of his army was just sitting in his main base and not doing anything. I mean, there was a few lurkers outside his natural, but when you go siege tanks and vessels, you know, who cares about a couple of lurkers?
He seemed very, very, very scared. There's no way to put it. He seemed very afraid of whatever Michael was gonna do coming in from that mineral only, and I think it just cost him a bit too much. He was too focused on surviving and not focused enough on winning.
Yep, exactly. That's very well put, Elegant. So I think we can just go straight to the break, and after that, game number 3.
Yes, indeed.
Anywhere.